every time when a person plays Ati, I get offended. I'm trying to know, why don't you say why must it have to be a romantic thing?
Yeah, why? And we are trying subconsciously we are instilling that. We are instilling that principle.
And I don't like that. And I just I'll go for what? Just say what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
So that as I'm with brotherly love. So that I can protect her from other things. It's much safer.
Welcome to the revolution. Decentralized.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the very first episode of Decentralized. I know most of you have been looking forward to the show, and thank you for having patience with us and everyone involved in making the show come together. Abantu abaningi basolo bangibuza nje ukuthi indoda kanti podcast iqala nini and all those things. And I've always been like, yeah, so iqala and all those things, but the level of confidence that people have in me nami inobungithusa at times. So it's finally here. Angisho ukuthi sizoba perfect. Maybe there will be glitches, there will be challenges. So one thing that I'm pleading with you guys on is patience. But we'll try and make it as interactive and as interesting as possible for you guys. So the show's name is Decentralized, and I'm sure most of you are wondering where that name is coming from. So the name comes from the fact that mainstream media is normally centralized amongst or about one thing. If we push propaganda about this sort of thing, we want people to believe this and that. So the aim of the show is to maybe move away from mainstream media in terms of broadcasting. Like, people can be given the platform to express themselves freely without thinking about fear or favor and all those things. So it's an interactive platform whereby many guests will be invited to discuss a variety of topics. Now I have a co-host, which I'll introduce as the show gets underway, and our first guest. So the co-host Yami goes by the name of Mr. Simphiwe Shabalala. On Facebook, he's known as Mahode. So the reason why I'm mentioning Facebook is that it's the one that propelled me to have a greater social status, if I may put it like that. So I'm introducer and then hand over the reins to him as introducer, and if he wants viewers to know about certain things about him, then the stage will be his. And then after that, I'll introduce our guest, then we'll take it from there. So for now, reins over to you, Mahode.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. As Mahode has mentioned, Simphiwe Shabalala, also known as Mahode on Facebook, for those of you who actually do know me. And I am co-hosting Decentralized, asked by Mahode, our main host. And as he said, well, I'm not going to say a lot because this isn't about me actually, especially not today. Today is about our guest. But anyways, I hope you guys are going to enjoy the show, and I hope you guys are going to follow, like, retweet, post, share, whatever you can do to give us more credits, and we really appreciate it very much.
All right. I ask Mahode for the introduction. He'll always be here as my co-host. So Bonke Bantes by interview, I will be by my side and get a bit of his perspective. He's very social, he's very clued up about things, so I'm definitely sure good show man is important. I'm too uptight. But again, moving right along, so introduce guest here to Manje, who I think most of you guys have seen. The poster on Facebook. She goes by the name of Gugulethu Hadebe. Very young, very jovial, very upbeat, very energetic. I'd run out of adjectives and so long to describe her, but no, I think she's the perfect fit for the first guest, and I hope whatever she shares will inspire you guys because she's a person that has achieved a lot. She's a person
for her young age even.
Yeah. 4 young age.
Achieved a lot.
Yes, she has. I mean,
Of course you have.
Of course you have. I mean,
I'm getting China, guys, so achievement.
So tinabanye asikaze siye nase Cape Town. Kunabantu
Bro, I've never
abafika-
been outside the country.
So uyabona ukuthi you have actually achieved a lot. Although I'm not going to disclose your age, but you are very young. I'm sure abantu bayabona ukuthi incane lento basi. So I'm going to
before we carry on, I just want to ask how young is very young?
Maybe umuntu usuka kuma 20s or
Alright.
very young. Maso una 30 something so uyiphile yonke phela i-calendar. Come full circle. You understand? So man at 20 something you're still very young. The world is still your oyster. Yeah. So I'll hand over the reins to her as the introduce ukuthi ubani wakabani, as I've told you ukuphi ekhaya, how is she like as a person, nathi uzositshela si interact naye. So Mthimkhulu makhulukhulu, that's her clan names. Ubani ithi musho esiZulu.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, no. Over to you, mama. Sicela usitshele ukuthi ubani. Just give us a brief. Yeah, uze ngani kahle la ku Decentralized. Akusinikeze a brief introduction. Not a brief one, can be a bit of a lengthy one. We have all the time in the world. Akusitshele mama ukuthi ubani.
Okay. Sanibonani. I feel so honored to be on the first episode of Decentralized.
Part of history.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, Gugulethu Goodness.
Double G.
Yes, GG. Hadebe. Ngithanda ukuthi ngiyintombi emfishane esidudla enenkani.
But energetic.
Definitely.
Ungayikhohlwa igama.
Yeah.
Energetic. And Madam Speaker.
Oh,
Madam Speaker.
that's what you want to be known as.
Yes,
As
Madam Speaker.
Oh.
Madam Speaker who speaks for the youth. You know,
Oh.
the time will come where I'm a young person, as you just said.
Yeah.
So, Madam Speaker who speaks on behalf of the youth, young people, children, because I
Yeah.
love ingane. So, I'm a person that believes in leadership.
Oh, okay.
Leadership.
So you believe ukuthi leadership spaces should also be occupied by young people?
Definitely.
Oh.
And if females beg corner, definitely they should be there. Not because of other shenanigans or because you move on a hip, but because you have the brains.
Hey, that's very important. No, that's very important. Ukuba nama brains ngoba asebenzi ngobuhle kuyafeyila.
And it does.
Yeah, umkhulu wake wathi kimi enye cousin yami DJ. Ithi manje wakwambona uDJ una 66. uDJ uzobe mdala because kube nama brains. So
Yeah. Asking that question is very, very brutal.
Yeah.
In a sense, but it's also pure.
Exactly.
Because I mean, I haven't seen one. Angazi mhlawumbe nina guys never. Except for the Godfathers and whatnot. They are the ones who actually exploited this platform of old people DJing and getting into the music industry. But other than that, I haven't seen one.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen anyone make it to that part.
Yeah.
So it's very, very,
So
very
basically,
crucial.
brains are important, guys.
Yeah. Okay, no, I think she's laid down the baton ukuthi ubani uGugu yabani, and the fact that she loves kids and the youth. Now that gives us
Yes, on that note, I just want to ask, do you have any kids of your own?
Okay, firstly, give Mother Nation. Mother Nation means that I am a mother to many kids, not just my own. That's my own. That's I only gave birth to one gun.
To one gun?
Yeah.
Oh,
one daughter, but I'm a mother to many kids.
Are you open to having more kids in the future?
But yeah, definitely, yes.
All right.
Okay, no, siyakuzwa ke
Fair
lapho.
enough.
No, as uGugu has said, that she loves kids, which sort of gives us a roadmap ukuthi le show izobe ngani. Mostly sizobe sikhuluma nge-youth, as she's already said, ukuthi youth coach and all those things, and she's very intrigued and fascinated, and she believes in the youth and that the youth should also occupy leadership spaces. So we'll be speaking to her about that. Ne-youth nje yala Ermelo in general, because we know Ermelo is a town that in the past has produced many successful people in Maranje, we would be lying to ourselves. Masngati as now my challenges, manje.
Yeah.
More especially.
we need a better term to just say challenges. Sitting in
the scene. Or do you think challenges is putting it lightly?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So you're from Ermelo, born and bred in Ermelo, right?
Yes. Benzothi ngibuye New York, but no, Kamala. As a South Africa. Yes.
In this very small town.
A Tusi.
Oh.
Proudly Tusi girl.
Proudly Tusi. And Tusi peli nama connotation yokuba negative.
Yes.
La Ermelo thiwa ibagged, thiwa ibuye
Iqala khona.
Kwaziwe.
Kwaziwa nje
Kwaziwe Tusi.
Inkinga eziningi ziqala khona.
Yeah.
Ngisho ukuthi iThusi i-manufacturer or i-supplier yeyinkinga zalamlomo.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Well,
But again, then there's you.
Then there is me.
Who's out here breaking those norms.
Yeah.
And trying to live above those social norms that putting yourself outside that box.
Exactly.
And trying so hard to actually work against it.
Yes.
Yabona mina estradini sasekhaya lapho engihlala ngakhona uma ngibona ingane ime nomfana I literally go kayibo ngomqeba because nalo mfana amenayo uyabona ukuthi lokhu kuyosigijimisa ngomenza one day.
Ulimaza umjolo.
Sizokwazeka.
So I'm trying so hard because no, it's early to choose. Abantwana bakhetha early. Khumbula bakhetha ikhothana but kukhona bo brother aba rights abasazobadibana nabo in future varsity yabona ushiye usiphamandla lapha.
On that note, we all know most of the time the ones who actually get to become successful later in life are not recognized in their earlier years.
Now,
understand?
look at Mahode.
In their youth.
Look at Mahode.
He knows.
No, the good thing is that unga blow your own horn. If your horn is blown by others, then
you're in the right channel, in the right track.
Yeah,
in a sense.
So as I've already said, the Ermelo inama challenges ayo, more especially ngale youth le. And Tina la Ermelo sikhule sazi kunabantu abaningi aba successful. I mean the likes of the late Lucky Dube were a product of this very town. Abonkosi nathi Nhleko who went on to play for Kaizer Chiefs babuya la Ermelo. So Tina masikhula in the early 2000s. Ermelo beyaziwa njenge town small but ekhona produce. I understand we've had doctors, we've had lawyers, we've had people that are making it on the international stage. But nje ngabe siqambela amanga masingathi things have not taken a turn for the worst. I mean, we've tried. Law enforcement has come in mara nje not being controversial, but nje siyabona ukuthi sibhekene nenkinga. So I'd like to know from Gugulethu ukuthi what is your view on Ermelo, on the state of Ermelo at present, more especially the youth? What are your thoughts on it? Mama ke nje usinikeze a brief background ukuthi as a youth coach sengiyakupimpa manje ukuthi and you have a very special place in society because the youth is the future of any nation. If the youth is better, then that entire nation is going to the rocks.
It's going to the pits.
Yeah. So tell us about Ermelo. Ngokubona kwakho ukuthi the state of the youth at present. How do you think it's like, and what do you think can be done in order to eradicate the challenges faced by youth at present?
Okay, at Simphiwe ukuthi Ermelo name.
Yeah.
Ermelo is not just the place. What makes the place is people, right?
Yeah, that's
so,
true. Yeah.
Uma sikhuluma nge-Ermelo, guys, every time ubona iphara, siyazi ukuthi maphara, right?
Yeah. I don't think we call it
Uma sibona iphara la Ermelo, you need to know that person is Ermelo.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, uma sikhuluma ukuthi mina from my point ukuthi what is Ermelo fethu, it's not just only the infrastructure, imgwaqo nanan, it's the people, the quality,
yeah,
you
most
know?
importantly.
And now siyazi ukuthi sidume ngani gangsterism,
yes.
crime,
violence,
yeah.
GBV.
like there's nothing good. There's nothing good.
Yeah,
if there is good, then it's very few. Inqane kakhulu for us to even recognize it.
Yeah,
as if ngathi Ermelo yindawo a sharp.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
We can't shy away from
I'm not even gonna lie. Growing up as a kid, this place used to be a haven.
Exactly.
You know, it used to be a haven for us growing up. But the older we grew, we realized, okay, there are certain things nangaphandle as it mazenzeka once sibancane siyinaka siyibona and understand always. So the most cool asiyabona ukuthi okay umalume uhlala edakiwe not ngoba uyathanda, not ngoba uyazenza, not ngoba uyisihluleki, but there are certain things ezimhlulile ngayo impilo of which it's the very same thing we are facing manje. Labo malume besihlala sibagxeka thina sithi baphuza kakhulu, I'll never be like this. Guess what?
We becoming them.
Slowly but surely.
So you keep on it to be becoming them, but yes, that's the reality of it.
We becoming.
I think ubambele point lo mali. Siseza ko anti kule. Siseza ko anti.
Yeah, but maths uqinisile. Yo, it's hard mfethu nje like Ermelo. Let's look at recreational places.
We don't have enough.
Enough.
Like
we have
we don't have any.
Exactly.
We don't have enough, if any.
Even we don't have. I mean, we used to. I'm a sports lady. I used to be a rugby player.
A rugby player.
Yes. I go 1, 2, 3. I used to play for Pumas women.
Really?
That's how deep it is.
Pumas lay based in Witbank?
Yes.
Oh,
Pumas.
what?
It was me. It was because of rugby.
So did you get to China because of that?
No. China is because of leadership.
Okay. No. I think she deserves a round of applause.
She does.
She's a woman of many talents.
Yes. Like I believe in sports, Gakun. Like, but now our people in governance, they don't provide that for the youth of today.
We don't have a platform
Yes.
that is what's the word? There's this word I'm looking for. Either way, I'll find it. But we don't have a platform where youngsters can showcase their own talents and they can perform and excel in the sports that they choose to perform in. Because most of the sports is prominent, like rugby. Due to the other schools that are in town, you understand, and those Model C schools that have more sponsors, that have more resources to groom the learners and the players in that specific sport. But when it comes to Elokshini, things are very, very different and it's very difficult.
And it's bad because sport opens doors, but it's
really
my first time. I'm sorry, my first time it was because of rugby. And I remember the girls I was with, so but
I want you to come to Tobe.
At that time I think I was only 15 years old and I was exposed to such. And because there's no sports just like a Lokshini. But I practice and then I was selected. I'm really good.
So bodlala nabokuku. Khona umunye ugugu. Wakhona ke bayafunda khona combine and she also used to play rugby.
No, and bekadlala nogugu. Mhlambe bengimfaka because yimi ngapromote rugby yabo. And if I had a better I'm actually far ahead at rugby because
professional.
Would have been a national player.
I was invited to under 16 Springbok training.
What?
Yes,
really?
I was
For women.
For women.
And keep in mind, when it comes to rugby, women are not given that much recognition.
It's a gender-based sport. Anything.
But now
we're very proud. To see women are out here breaking the norms, breaking the laws, breaking the limits, and excel in a department that people think it's not for women.
And that's what youth aiding does. It's recreation, it's sports, but it's like education can do so much. Education can do so much.
You know, I know Simphiwe was kuluma very informally yesterday. Sisendaweni yokuyijabulisa since singanayo ama-recreational facilities, so sigcine seseyindaweni yokuyijabulisa consumer alcoholic beverages, but very important conversations take place.
They do. I mean, no British story has ever started with someone eating a salad.
Exactly. So I was telling him yesterday that, hey, as in comprehension is very important. it's very important to ube comprehension, ube articulate as an individual. Because ube informed, ube well informed, normally argument yakho uyibase substantial.
Yes.
Ungarun away from facts. So I'm trying to get back to the point of education is very important. Without mentioning names, kunabantu nje abazovele bakhulume, and you think to yourself, hey, there's a person that really thinks like this. And it's not because of the fact of coming up from a less privileged family or whatever the case may be. It's the fact of the absence of education. So there's a
lack of understanding.
Yeah, I'll understand. So if I'm hearing you correctly, Mama, the point also in terms of us trying to improve the state of this town. Do you think it's only recreational facilities that can get us there, or do you think we can attack this conundrum with a improvement?
Well, that's the start. Recreation could be the start.
Yeah.
Okunye ngempela ngiphosisa mangathi ngaba khona okunye beside uqala ngayo recreation. Recreation involves a lot of things than just sports.
Yeah,
true. Also, one thing I like about sports, it instills discipline.
Yeah.
And without discipline, there's a lot of things that go wrong.
Yeah. And that's what we need, discipline.
Yes.
And unity.
Ukuba a rugby player, for an example, we understand that you need to go for training.
Yes.
Training, you understand? Do your best, go training, so that your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit can adjust to the real match. You understand? So if you're gonna be late for training, leave early for training, be disobedient in training, you're gonna have a lot of problems. Understand?
Yeah, you're not gonna become it.
Yeah. No, your story is very inspirational. And I'm sorry if I sound a bit controversial. As I was telling you in the car now here, I don't shy away from controversy. I think that's what has propelled me to get where I am.
Definitely.
But with that said, from Umuntu was a tools, and please, I need be controversial, but it's just a view which I believe I should put out there. Umuntu was a Tusu that has been overseas, that has had so many personal accolades. I think it does show the potential.
We have the capacity, yes.
We do have the capacity. If you could get to China on a leadership platform, if you could get to Cape Town, because of rugby, it does show that challenges of a different nature. We can stand up as the youth of this town. Mass cities for to achieve something. There are a lot of people that have achieved a lot, and I think to challenge about your varsity journey and your leadership there as well.
How did you become
exactly?
Leadership.
Leadership is as elaborated. Now the purpose of that is that we have spoken about our town in a negative light, and we would like her to share her story and her personal accolades. And we're not doing this for the purpose of says it's self-indulgent, or we want people to think better now. But we want this thing, Ermelo, we do have potential. Yes. You understand? So please share with us your personal accolades.
So in a sense, motivate us.
Yeah, I was motivating the mama. Cape Town, a duty, whether it was a Riverside campus or
you were in DUT?
Yes.
Well, that explains a lot.
That explains a lot. Ngiyabona solo kwahamba e-DUT so kuyikhuluma ngabongingingi.
We all should be anyway. But then
just take us through.
Rugby, we've passed that. I feel like we've passed the rugby thing.
Yeah.
But now when it comes to leadership, you know what? Meluhlezi ufuna ukulead. Mina esikolweni DUT, my lecturers used to say I am power hungry.
Oh, snap.
Because
but they
all
won't
the time. No, I wasn't power hungry. I just have a leadership thingy, the one that we're talking about, ukuthi no,
Leadership principle.
lead thing.
Yeah, no, that's what
You
I
know,
was telling
and
you.
other people who are not born with that feel intimidated.
Yes.
For them to say,
Yeah.
"But I want power hungry," I'm like, "I go.
Ufuna ukulawula.
How
Yeah.
can I be power hungry when I say ngifuna ukuba i-class rep because ngiyanibona ukuthi ngiyabheda?"
I mean,
And mina nganifake emzileni.
Exactly.
either way, azikho izinto ezinganomelusi, guys.
Yeah, understand. It's
No,
not
kuphela, like-
okay, besides the fact ukuthi ngumelus, but sifuna ukuba
People
bomelus.
funa uziluse, you understand?
Yeah,
Bring them
yeah.
off track, mabe khona elimele, nurse it back to life. Mangabe khona edukile, bring it back on track.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So I think, well, at UT now I was part of the SRC, which is
Wow.
a very
Yes.
big.
Wow.
Yes.
That's big, guys.
And which
Especially.
organization?
I. But then ngizokusho nalo. But
Yeah.
then I was kunzima to lead a KZN, especially if ulimi lwakho hlukile.
Yeah, if
I'm
you don't come
struggling.
from
I always speak English most of the time, like areas phaphela ke manje kunalesingesayo. Exactly. So I
Sela
think
ngama element obulungu.
exactly how bulungu
Tribalistic.
Yes.
you understand. So for me to even be part of the 8, because to be in the council, the municipal 8
Yes,
from
yes, yes.
Devon, so to be in the 8, it was
That's a huge-
it was a big thing for me. Like
Yeah.
I go,
Yeah.
what's it to you? Yeah, but
Yeah.
so even when. Well, but it starts off with small leadership positions that one and there was house com, I don't
Yeah,
know what you call
yeah,
it,
yeah.
like leadership
yes,
yes. It starts there. It started there. I'm like, I wanna be a house com,
So was it decided without being chosen by the masses?
well, the first day, the guy was introduced as song, with the way being vocal corner, people thought I was also e-house com, but I was actually I was the first year as well.
Oh,
So people were like, how leadership, this is leadership first year, that's how.
So it shows you were born with
Nje.
Born with
Yeah,
it.
he's a born man.
I was born with, you just need to polish it.
Yeah, we find them out, you know.
Yeah.
But then it started there, housecom after housecom. I contested to be the president of all the housecoms for the first time, a female.
What?
And females always encounter challenges when it comes to leadership positions.
Always.
Yeah.
Nah, always.
Yeah, maybe you will be the first one to defy the status quo.
No, it's because when it comes to
Yeah.
interventions of it's hard.
That's,
You know,
oh,
most of
what?
the time, most of the time, as a female, if you need to lead ulama structures, kumele kube khona umuntu omqomile
Yes,
lapha
yes.
segrawundini
Oh, like-
ozokhuluma igama lakho
Or like
chief
on a
developers.
romantic
down low.
involvement.
Yeah.
On the down low, you
Yeah.
need to be high key.
Yeah, that's how it is. And I mean, I'm not that. Angake ngaba ilobo hlezi yo mina ngiyahlupa comrades hlezi ngishelwa kodwa hlezi ngibatshela ukuthi no ayihambi kanjalo, and since I'm gonna lead you one day ngeke ungimamele mase ngikukhuza because mina nawe sazana on a personal level.
You see.
Yeah.
Yabo? So bengidayi
Umandla.
bamba kancane.
Woman.
Bamba kancane. Even that's what made my SRC journey very interesting, is because akukho lapha kuma comrade beyangazi in a personal level.
Yeah.
So manje ngimtshela umuntu ayikuthi usuyangiphaphela ke wena manje.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
came out so pure, and angeke angidisrespect loyo muntu loyo ngoba
Yeah.
akangazi
There's,
ngine
there's nothing that they can use against you.
You understand? So nje it was that, even though
There are no weaknesses
politics
to
is
explode.
dirty, guys.
It is.
My propaganda qhamuka lapha
It is.
ayamangaza, but then if you know
Same
ukuthi
as me.
clean,
It's a dirty game.
Yeah.
Politics. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
it is bad. And to think what's okay, it dirty game, even just students.
Yeah.
Imagine.
At national level.
Imagine playing.
Upper management.
That's it's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
bad, because when we're going to my elections, like sekuyavotwa ke manje. Okay.
Yeah.
Bangangibulala, I hope they don't see this. Abafethu baseThekwini. These people go to an extension ukuthi consult a third being like yabona izinto zenyanga and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
That's how real it is.
True.
To
That's how
decentralize you.
exactly. That's how real it is. And unfortunately, because mina vele ngahlezi
Yeah.
Yes, I was never part of that. But I was we need to do them like I
Never participated.
cut me out on that. Is that in the constitution?
Cut me out,
If I
man.
say no, am I?
Give me zero.
Yeah, it was that for me, and I was like, no, foot based on my religion. I'm so I failed to do that.
Yeah.
And then they told me, okay, Sasa ma vote when I ungasodeli thina.
Yeah.
Because thina yabona sibe siqinile and
So
stuff.
you be
Yeah.
some
Some supernatural power.
But then for me it was, and then I mean it doesn't really work because I think that's what I'm voting second highest.
Really?
without
as
any supernatural,
nah.
any supernatural source.
Nah,
Sauce.
just God. No,
Sauce
just God.
They got nice spice.
Nah, no spice, just
No
God.
6 gun in that age.
Yeah.
Mix. And it was the
Our very own girl from Ermelo.
Yeah.
I figure Tegwini, I told her the
And second highest in votes
Yo.
in such a very male Zulu
Exact.
Jola rings.
tribalistic
Tribalistic.
tribalistic
That's the word I was looking for.
institution.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. It happened, and one of the proudest moments because njengoba ngisho akekho umuntu mina engijula nabo bonke angibakhulumi ngabafethu bayazi ngiyabathanda ogel bengilida nabo, all of them had their boyfriends.
Yeah.
In the
Organization.
in
Yeah.
the SC,
Yeah.
student command.
And that's conflict of
Commander
interest.
Yamaforce.
Yes.
Yeah.
So bonke bebanama boyfriends. I mean, bonke qulwa amagama abo. Mina my name was not said.
Yeah.
But I somehow found myself in phakathi, you
Yeah.
know.
But I think now that you say that, ngicabanga ukuthi invalidate the plight of women to want to become leaders.
Yes. Before you can achieve a certain position, a certain level.
There needs to be a change in thinking, more especially from women. If you want to lead accountably, you understand?
And purely.
Yeah, because I'm about Mahode.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you go to them and ask them, how did you do it? They won't have an answer because it was not there.
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was whoever was behind their sexual relation. How did you do it?
Sagaz.
Yeah.
Again, they won't even give you how to do it.
Yeah.
Never tell it because they themselves,
They're
that's not
ashamed
how,
of it,
that's
in a
not how,
sense.
exactly, that's
They're
not how they
ashamed
do
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
So I mean, as a young person, you want to do it focus, know yourself. There's
Nje.
nothing more than having confidence in knowing yourself. What's mean?
Imama be focused with.
Yeah.
I live a focus.
Yeah.
I live a focus.
Lingahambi nomoya.
Yeah. No, but with that said, I mean, I'm very proud, and I hope nama viewers now, as we born leading this Amungians, you've painted Ermelo in a negative light, not necessarily the fact that you've painted. We are realistic. That's what's happening.
We are literally trying to expose the situation we are in currently.
As a town, you see.
And as a town, there's very little positive things.
Yeah, when
Yes, there's a Merino more manje. And please don't take this the wrong way. But before Uvulwi Mall, our fellow white people weren't very seen in spaces of Mklambe, Imadauni, doing some shopping and whatnot. Now we are all integrated together. This is such a beautiful sight.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful sight.
What are your guys' thoughts on the opening of the new mall in terms of economic prospects? Do you think it's gonna deliver what it's intended to deliver? What are your thoughts on it in general?
All I know is there are more people right now who have jobs that have been sitting for quite some time.
But is that enough, guys?
It's not enough.
As young being in the job that you don't like.
Yes.
It's a matter of survival.
Oh.
Because of trying to survive. And that's the problem.
And
We're wasting our youthful life in fact,
Yes.
our best life.
Yes.
You know what?
Our
And
best time.
and like who is making money? It's not us.
No, we
I
don't.
didn't
We
We
are
are
just
not
pawns in a chessboard.
No, we are making money, just not for us.
For other people.
Exactly, and I'm Pixani now, but there has to be something more. The
Yes.
youth need something more.
I think the problem lies when
Along
you are
which
content with having less.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Especially if you know you are capable of achieving so much more.
Yeah. So Mahode more, sorry to interrupt you. Mahode more, Usho, along which lines? Do people need more than just jobs? What do they need?
I just mean in a sense of passion. What do you like to do?
Yes.
Oh,
Be-
okay.
Ish, yo, but we need that.
Yeah.
I mean, currently I'm a youth coach and I love it because I love kids.
So uma uvuka kusenja yikho lento ukuthi ish
I don't. Anyway, I'm a peanuts, but I'm a peanuts. I went to peanut butter.
Oh, what?
Wow.
That's sauce right there.
some real bar.
That's blur.
Yeah, but I love
Making a difference.
Yeah, I love making a difference because in seventh and Engane high school, Kwadela secondary, yabo.
Oh, in Davao?
In Davao,
Oh,
in Davao.
okay.
I travel every day, I hike every day.
Oh.
That's how I love my job.
Talk about dedication.
Yeah, no,
I think an enemy that is lacking amongst the youth here in general, it's the dedication, commitment.
Yeah.
But to what?
That's the thing. People don't have, they don't expose their passions enough to themselves. They don't admit it to themselves, so they can follow through with them.
We don't
Yeah.
have that. There's something
Yabo.
that I love about umntana mfundo kwesinye isikole yabo. Anyway, before ngiqhubeka umntana wami lapha eMelanmall ukhona nje yabo.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ukhona
so-
lapha.
oh, so we should be on
As
the
an
lookout.
attribute. Ukhona lapha eSithomeni. I think lento le izohlala forever. So umntana wami famous. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what he told me.
Sizodla royalty.
Yeah, that's what he told me. Mom, esikoleni, but my friend said, Lubanzi, I saw you there. I'm like,
Oh, that's his name.
yeah. And
Lubanzi.
Lubanzi's like, oh, Mom, do you know what this means? I'm like, what? I'm famous.
Ah.
Yes!
So
Yeah,
he's
someone
feisty
talks to
like
him.
his mother.
Definitely, my son is, and he's very confident. That's what I like about him. Because
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. How old is your son?
he was turning 8 this Friday.
Really?
Oh, is
Oh, a happy belated birthday to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Shout out to Lubanzi. Yeah.
No, Mina, I'm gonna have to wait for him to turn 18.
You're a bad influence.
No, I'll wait. How am I a bad influence? I'll wait.
We have to wait a whole decade.
I'll wait my turn.
That's fine, you can wait. But
Yeah.
then Nakona guys, passion
Passion, guys.
to what? Ulubanzi, sorry, I was on Ulubanzi name.
Yeah.
Ulubanzi is a school. School Sake, they have sports.
Yeah.
They have rugby seasons, they have cricket
Cricket,
seasons,
yes.
I'm sure they have
Athletics.
tennis. Okay, I get good at kitchen.
Yeah, with
because
athletics and athletics.
my ultra medical.
Of course. What? Why not?
Soft life.
Not soft like, but we are.
Nice life
Namasi. Namasi, abo manje akakho good at kitchen. But kunazo zonke la ipotless, and he tries every sport to find what he's good at.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we don't have that.
Oh, shout out to you, mom.
That's what we need. Ngeke sithi bantwana abase angikhulumi kabi phela yabo bantwana mhlawumbe base tough.
Let's call a spade a spade, guys.
Bantwana
Yeah, let's
bakabayadi, what are you good at? You would not know because you've never tried it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then there should be things, man, as exposing Ghana to those
Exposure.
things. Exposure.
And then
It's
next
like
that.
taste it. Eat burger, taste it. Okay, I don't like this.
Angithandi chicken.
Okay, I can do this.
Mm,
Okay, I can.
beef.
We understand,
Nje.
but we don't have that.
You know, in 2018, ukungena nje kule point le ngaba invited to a graduation ceremony. It was on the 9th of December.
Oh, where you
2018.
were.
Yeah.
Waqhotshwa ngokuba uspeak.
Yeah, ngaba master of ceremonies. So, hey, bekunokudla okunye esingakwazi lapho. So I was
Amakhanda nakha.
I was with my uncle lapho. So, I know deshiwe mnandi enale gawulo. So, bengalambanga yabo. Nelet yokuhala nje ukuthi hey, this looks nice. Awuke ngitaste la. So, I have no clue ukuthi sushi lento le. I-uncle yangibuza, "Uyayazi lento yenzayo?" Yabo. Uke wayidla ile nto angiyazi, but this looks nice. Okay, ngithatha isushi, hayi ngidle. Hayi. Ngakayicedi
Nah.
Khona into off. Yabo. Got into off. Mind you, at that time, I still needed to fulfill my duties as master of ceremonies. The program had 2 parts. Shaya iphathi yokuqala, sekose ngishaya iphathi yesi-2. Hey, nangu umphathi wayisisu. Hey, ngivele ngibona ukuthi yazi ubangidlanga lento lengiyidlile. Hayi ngabe ngivele.
Inkinga zakho zavele zala.
Yeah, isusha siyazi la. I mean, i-Ocean Basket card iceda kuvula manje nale mall. Okay,
Yeah, for the second time.
Yeah, sike saba nayo before, but ngifuna ukubuyela kule point le exposure ukuthi ufike endaweni uyihlazise phambi kwabantu. Kunabantu abathi hawu kanti lokho eMelani nako. Hawu kanti
And imagine, bro.
So yizo it's part of the things as is affecting as the youth and all. Because more often than when you need to when a Roman gets in Rome, or when you get to Rome, you need to
act like the Romans.
Yeah, you need to do what the Romans do.
I don't do that.
Why?
Be yourself, Buffett. You know what?
You don't subscribe to things.
I don't.
That's what you say.
Mina nje Buffett, if into ngayazi, be open about it angiyazi mfethu.
Yeah.
Usushilo, oh, udla kanjani ugqobhoza ngalento emnyama?
Soy sauce.
Imnandi soy sauce.
It's better.
It's better. Okay, imnandi.
It's tolerable.
It's an
So you
acquired
guys
taste,
eat
guys.
sushi?
It's
No,
amazing.
me too.
I do.
I would never wake up, get out of my bed, eating your sushi.
Yeah.
Ever.
So mina ke echeckers ngisho bayawuthengisa bawufaka into
Yeah,
yama
mama
ice
tray, mama.
ngiyayithanda mina mangiyibona
Raw
ukuthi
fish.
yabo wena one day manginemali ngizokuthenga but yabo ngoba ngibroke
Yeah.
angiyithengi ngiyayikhomba kuphela
Sushi, not for me. I'll rather keep it traditional. Give me my meat.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Okay.
So here's another point that I wanted to raise. So we can sonke singakhuluma ngayo as we've been discussing. What do you guys think is the way forward for the youth here? Would we advise them to solely focus on education to better their lives, or would we say umuntu akenza into are passionate ngayo? You know, my mother once said to me, a person does not fail at something they're passionate on.
Yes.
Or would we rather come up with different ways in which they can better their lives? Ngoba khona manje we have very old people. You know, I saw a picture on Facebook, and I'm mentioning any names because we don't want to contravene anything. I saw a picture on Facebook. We were in a meeting Masipala with all the different political parties.
Yes.
So lo muntu loyo is a councillor. So how kunezinto eziserious discusswayo about the betterment and the upliftment of this town. How ulela umuntu lapha ubheke phezulu. So this is the person that's supposed to be taking information and spreading it with you. So what would we say would be the way forward? Siyafunda, do we go to different tertiary institutions, universities, colleges? What would we say is the best way forward?
Oh, Lord.
I mean, when we have varsity.
Either way, if the people who are in government are still bullshitting us, then nothing will be better. Whether we are funda, because there's a lot of graduates. Yeah, graduates what mean I'm very because I'm now all connection.
Yeah.
So in fundo, sometimes you learn to say with other girls who say, how do I advise or how do I root for education when I am a graduate and then clearly
doing nothing.
Justified.
Exactly. So how do I push that? And when it comes to passion, must say passion and be passionate ngengane kodwa ke imali ngiyiholayo ingenza ukuthi ngithenga kuphela but what good does it make? Ekugcineni kwabo konke we are it's economic freedom. That's what we want.
In our life.
True.
That's what we need.
True.
Yeah.
Anything else does not matter.
Any other freedom is it's good, it's there. But when it doesn't involve economic freedom, it's irrelevant.
It's useless.
Nje, stingi imali.
Guys,
Nabo
really
abasiphethe balapha
Yeah.
because of imali.
Abomandela.
Nalo muntu bekalele leyo meeting imali. Because kulala kamnandi ngokunemali. You know? So
in important spaces.
Because imali. So I don't know.
Yakwazi ukulala mna njani mazazi ukuthi imali.
You don't have any worry in the world.
You don't.
Yeah.
So now how sitini kubantu abasha what is the roots of it? There is mina ngokubona kwami the ones in governments if they don't have a proper plan. If they don't know, because one I understand I'm assets bafethu akusiwona when you in governance I'm assets akusi ile imali
No,
I'm assets umphakathi.
Yes.
It's the people and
especially the youth.
It's more especially the youth. Yibo ama assets yibo kumele sibabone ukuthi okay uma si-investa kulo mjida lo
for whatever idea he has.
He has. Ungaphumani, like a lot of other kids would have something.
Yes.
I want to open my own library, yabo. But
taking it back to the roots, huh?
ngifuna ukuvula asifundeni bafethu. Hayibo. Ukufunda it's not just for your vocab baba.
No.
Ukufunda it's for ingqondo yakho. Even the way yokucabanga ngakhona, even the way you react. If unathela umuntu wase athi ngathi umuntu wase stage esukume kushaye la yambona lo muntu lena ukuthi akayifunda incwadi yakafana
yeah Franz Fanon
akamazi Franz Fanon lo mjidelo ukube bekayazi don't understand ukuthi no relax unathekile hard okay
inyawo lami lisuke langena phansi kwelapha
ufundayo umbona nangendlela ekwata ngayo uyaqhaba uyaresist
yes that is very important. If you have that knowledge, that understanding, or that capacity to comprehend, we are born with okay. There's certain things that doesn't need anger to be solved.
Exactly.
Someone once told me to show that a lot of problems can end without using violence. Have a mosquito land on your testicles.
Whoa.
What an example.
Yeah, you understand? You don't need violence to solve a lot of issues.
Yeah, but I can attest to what he's saying. You need to be
on such a delicate area.
Very controversial example.
Exactly.
But that's why we're here.
And most of the time, as Kulmen Gate,
lezi zenzeka amasilele singa-involve ngazo sibone ekuseni nje siqhuma amatayela
ngisho zonke nanoma ziphi ezikhona like ukushisa kwani kuvala imigwaqo yada yi-last resort thina as students as i-leadership yabo since ngingabe ngiyi-leadership formal leadership izinto siqala ukuyishaya etafuleni siyaxoxisana nabantu so now it's a problem when vuka nje ekuseni sekuvalwe amatayela nikhulume nobani
imemo iphume
ikhuluma nobani nahlulana because yi-last resort umuntu ongayifundi incwadi ngiya-understand ukuthi i-first one
that's the problem.
And it's actually the last
sifuna ukuqala ngalokugcinwa ngako
because asazi
we are uninvolved
because asazi kumele sigcine ngako so uma sihlulane ngihlazi ngisho ukuthi yabona uma silwa la siyaxoxa and ngicela ngikubambe ngempapha sengihlulekile kahle angabekanga kahle uphuzu lami lo wena kumele ngikucontrol
so you resorted to violence
and there's no solutions after that there's no solutions. True. It's just sekuqhakeke everything. You understand so kumele sifundeni bafethu mina njengoba ngisho ukuthi ngiyafisa ukuvula i-library for iy'ngane mina I believe
then what's the plan?
This is my motto
for the library. Like, what's the plan? What's the aim?
The aim is for motto yami ifethu engiphila ngayo bafethu ukuthi yabona iy'ngane ey'ncane they don't choose which families to be born.
Yes.
They don't choose ukuthi umama kumele aphuze ubaba kumele ashaye umama. They don't choose for
born
that.
into those.
They are born. So they are born for that. In that I mean for that. They are born in no, they are born in that without choosing. So mina ngiyafuna ukuvula platform library starts off lab to teaching Ghana to relaxing space. You know, incwadi can take you to New York
literally.
So it's very recreational also.
Yeah, it helps you.
It's recreational, it's informative, it's broadening, and it's interesting. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's a high without getting
high.
Yeah.
It's
being high.
Without getting drunk.
I mean, it's going to places more high. We are in London, because you are high of a drug. But then if you read, if in Ghana emakaya, because from what I've learned, and the only way that kids relate to love is through that book.
Yes.
Because they exactly, but they never found a nago. We are the puppy loved the master. Oh, that's love. We are cooler. You grow with love because youth theatre is full of anger.
As a professional, unfortunately, I'm really proud.
Unfortunately, hence now we misplaced anger.
Misplaced anger.
Exactly. So that's where we start. Yo guys, this is the roots. Melesi so say Salme. Melesi roots perfect.
Yeah.
Tina, intercienza yosikala phezulu. And
there's a problem down there.
Exactly.
that we are actively ignoring. We know it's there, and we are not doing anything about it. We're turning a blind eye for the sake of peace.
Exactly.
But
and we think it's going to be better.
It's unpeaceful to ignore it.
Yeah. No, there's something that's called artificial harmony, which is the pretense.
Yes.
Yes. So one thing I'm going to enjoy about this show, and no Gugulethu Hadebe, it's not the last time, because she's very informed about a variety of issues. But
especially when it comes to the youth,
exactly,
mama.
Exactly.
Be next to my cave. Oh, next to your cave,
she should become the Ermelo's #1 resident. She believes in mentoring the people who
actually
be at the
need
forefront.
mentoring.
You see, so no, but my advice to the youth also would be, as you said, get as educated as possible. Because take for example a family of 7. If we are all educated there, they don't care about an order. Understand? But if cinema gangsters, Omunye belongs to this particular group, Omunye belongs there, we chaos. You understand? So I think to get back on your point, Asibeni as educated or Asibeni as informed as possible.
Yeah, informed.
Yeah,
educated seems like a qualification that does not sometimes does not
Necessarily
necessarily help.
guaranteed.
Yeah,
exactly.
it just sounds like it needs money.
Yeah.
So we need that, Bandla. We really need that. Nakhona ish kunzima bafethu namhlanje, you know, youth here to resort to idakamizwa, and not because bayathanda.
Most of them,
Yeah,
they didn't get there because bayakuthanda, or it was something vele abayitshela ukuthi azine aphuma manje shisela insango and that's it. No, it's ilento trying to escape the reality that they are in. Like you've mentioned earlier, uyafika ekhaya uthola ithama libhaqabuli already dlaba kabi. You understand? Umama ufuna avuke futhi ekseni, I know the very same man. Amenze isikhaftini and the show ukuthi impahla zakhe ziclean, he's good, he goes to work, he comes back to a home cooked meal. Ngapha usenhlungwini, now ukhona as umntwana, and you witnessing all of this.
Yeah.
It's traumatic.
It is. And how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
You understand? Uzobona ngathi okay, obviously uzobona ukuthi yazine waqala nje wangikhulumisa ngendlela engayizwa udedela isandla.
Yeah.
It starts there because
Exactly.
ubaba bekakwenza and it worked.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
umama was in order.
And
No,
you-
umama wasn't in order. Umama was in fear. There's a difference.
Yeah, and you start comprehending behavior that is unruly. We get
This is you make it obsolete.
Yes, just like how amantombazana athi ugayo soft man akufuni, like a soft guy, a sweet guy.
Yeah.
Abafuni, bafuna
Bafuna laba
lo.
bashana.
Awuyilapho. Awuyilapho.
It's toxic.
It's toxic.
It's a toxic way of doing things.
Into bekayibona ekhaya ukuthi mhlambe ubaba bekambhaqala ulumama ecabanga ukuthi that is love.
Yeah.
But then that's not love.
Yeah.
No.
Love is kind, love is sweet, love is patient. I mean, I found the Corinthians, First Corinthians.
Yes, 1 Corinthians 7 verse 1 to 4, 1 to 7.
How are you a biblical person?
I was raised by a very a grandmother that believed in the black book.
Yeah, and then what
Uze
happened?
wafa akholelwa kulo.
We
Yeah.
need grandmothers like that. That's why you are better. You are not worse. The reasoning and the imagine they are worse is because Okoko Babo, I'm telling you, Okoko Babo, they don't go through
To
the
church.
They don't go to church in fact.
They don't read the
They
Bible.
don't read that was
No.
Lutho by Shela Vele Iskali.
Never mind church. They don't read the Bible.
Abaz Lutho fact.
Understand? Let it be your King James or whatever.
Yeah, then this thing, we are this democracy thing, or being open-minded mostly that much.
Yes.
You are, what is the same? Tell me right. But it is, I'm getting open-minded, or look at umuntu athi mina no, I believe in spirituality. You don't even understand what is.
That's
What
the
it
thing.
entails.
What it made
Yes, people misplace spirituality with religion, and those two things are not the
are
same.
not the same. So now, if you don't have anything, yabona thina noma nawe ungathi ngangitshela ngesonto namhlanje okusala ukhuliswa yibona, you're the man that you are because ekini they fed you that. Mina yabona ingane yami mina ngiyayiphoqa iye Sunday school iyazi Sunday school too,
Yeah.
because that's
Later
where
in life kuzoma-
bafaka respect, bafaka ukuthi
Discipline.
awutshonti, bafaka all those things.
Yes.
And izinto basically masekhulile seyangayikhethela ukuthi hayi mina this church thing I'm fine, but respect is there.
I think in the Balegile, especially when it comes to church, it's the manners they instill. Manners, guys. Manners.
Thank you.
Yo!
And the order.
Thank you.
So, I'm giving you something, or we am telling about time and pew. Ngicela uhambise kugogo e-church mina sesibhizi ngibambekile or for other reasons you can't do that ngimvayise and then I'm afraid ayugogo sharp and then you can't even say thank you. What?
Basic mannerisms.
Exactly, and you get that
Common
from
decency,
church.
bro.
You get that from church. So if ungayinkonzweni namaholi umntanakho uzoyithatha bendele awuzoyinqala ebeleni never ebeleni unqela ibisi nama-nutritions ebele.
Uzoyifundisa.
Other than that, no, that's not how it is. That is why we have a lot of kids abangahloniphi emgaqweni babamba ubhiya kanje. Okay, angithi wena uyawubamba kanje but babamba ubhiya kanje
But to be fair,
ingane eyincane.
I've been there. And then into ngenza ukuthi ngikustop ukwenza lokho was a reaction.
Exactly.
You understand? Because uvela ubone nje amehlo uvela wabona ukuthi lawa ayangijudge.
Exactly.
Which means whatever it is that I'm doing is not socially acceptable.
But now it is. The way kwenzeka ngakhona ngathi it should be normal. I mean, it's not normal. Ngabona ingane encane nokubhema. I'm sure ukubhema bantu bebhema endaweni eyivalekile.
Yes.
But now it's like, and it's not nice. And ingane encane zibonayo zibona ubhutbani but is mad ebhema and uyakuthanda driving a car ucabanga ukuthi that school already engqondweni yakho ucabanga ukuthi ugwayi
ukuthi usuke ngazi ukuthi inkosi yami
ngangena
la ngingathandi. I didn't think it would get this bad. And now I'm stuck with the habit that at the bottom of my heart I really want to quit.
I
can't
but
get,
wow.
I can't get out of it.
No. Yeah, I used No. Funa I said to keep it practical, you understand? So people can understand where I'm coming from and why I'm saying this.
Practicality
You
matters.
understand?
True.
Yeah.
So everything you do, yabona mina crazy ngisho ukuthi mina abantwana bangibhekile mina give role model yengane eyiningi.
So everything you do is a reflection.
But you don't know exactly what you don't know. Now we role model yengane eyiningi. But you're not aware. But now you nguwo ofaka umqondo wengane ukuthi wenzani kuyabhema kuyaphuzwa kuyashaya intombi and when you're not aware ukuthi actually you're planting a certain seed kuleyo ingane. So whatever you do you need to be careful. Mina ngizenzi lezi zinto lezo bafethu mina angithi mina ngingcwele ngcono. Yes, but I'm just saying I try to make sure that you don't do that. Like emgaqweni wasekhaya makunabantu ababili engabazi bahlala la bayajola bebacela ukuthi badla ngicane aniyeningale ngoba labantwana balaba sicanga ukuthi this is okay.
It's fine.
And it's not okay. Ngiyazi ukuthi nibalekile emakini njengoba nimela but hayi la yenzani kwenye indawo because kuney'ngane zethu that are.
What I've gathered so far is that yabona leyo mjolo you are especially not necessarily against.
I am.
Oh, you are against it.
I am, especially when you are so young. There's no need for it. Ngihlezi ngibashela ukuthi asikho isidingo cabanga isidingo somtshelo where Mahode umuntu engingajola naye when I was in grade 8 and I looked at this person like what a waste.
What?
And I'm not saying that because of loyal muntu loyal, but I'm just saying what was the purpose?
Yeah, what is the reason?
What is the
reason?
I think it's we need to be intentional when we do things. When we're in a relationship, let's be intentional. What is it about?
I think anything to understand, especially when it comes to this relationship department. Parents need to be actively involved. Angeke ngitshele ukuthi phiwe ungahambi namantombazana uzomithisa. Imitha mayenze njani ntombazana? Ngimithisa
nje.
No, back. Angithaka ngitshele mina. Because as kids we just grasp the concept, not the act. We don't fully understand the process. You understand? Bazokutshela ukuthi gugu yekela ukuhamba nabafana uzomitha. In your head ukuhamba nabafana awumithanga. What is she talking about?
Exactly.
That's when that curiosity gets the best out of you. And now you want to understand exactly what means. It's when you conceive and you're about to have a baby. And that's where the problem starts.
I disagree. Not like Tina, it was like that. But Tina, abantwana bethu bayazi manje. When a parent say ungahamba nabafana uzomitha, already say calculating already say yazi ukuthi uchaza ukuthini uma. Already these people know what is ukanzi. Already they know what umzali uchaza ukuthini. You would be only acting dumb if wenza ngathi hawazi ukuthi uchaza ukuthini. However, abazali they need to try to be open ngey'ngane zabo in the most honest way.
Quick question. wouldn't it be easier, better, more conducive if umzali angathi, Gugu, don't engage in sex. There's two things that are going to happen, if not both. One of two things. It's either you're going to get sick with incurable sexual diseases, or you're going to fall pregnant, or both. Instead of that,
well, I think they should have an honest discussion, talk about it, because now if it's not, but mom will use protection. Both the things you just counted out.
Yeah, they just got cancelled.
Exactly, they got cancelled.
Meaning, whether you like it or not, the deed is happening.
It's happening, exactly.
Yeah.
So now, as a parent, you sit down. There's this thing called sex and faith.
Yes,
so,
sex talk. It's important.
No, yes.
It is important.
Can it start? It shouldn't start with sex talk. It should start from love.
I think the problem is parents want to initiate the sex talk once they understand that the kids are starting to date. And if they teach them what love really is.
What love really is from a young age, Baba.
I understand.
From a young age. That is why
Set certain standards.
He's a handsome young man.
Yeah, he's a very handsome young man, and most of the time, I am not worried about what he will do. I'm worried what girls her age will do to him. Because yena ngenza ukuthi angayishake. And yenza ukuthi angayishake ngokuya isabito.
Infants,
infants, and Lubanti is so nice. Blah 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 blah. Exactly. I mean, I've started those smaller yana talks with my son. Every time when a person plays, I'd say, Lubanti, I get offended. I'm trying to know, why don't you say why must it have to be a romantic thing?
Yeah, why?
And
we are,
so you are trying
subconsciously we are instilling
that.
We are instilling that principle.
And I don't like that. For what? Just say what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
So that as umthanda with brotherly love. So that as a protector from other things. It's much safer. It doesn't need possessive again,
yes.
or makoti wami khona le video eke yaphuma yale mfana umntana omncane athi uMatilda umphula inhliziyo already lo mntana loyo it's very serious. Imagine already he has experienced his first heartbreak
at the age of what, 6, 7,
and it's
such a tender age.
It's
such a tender age.
We had no clue about what heartbreak was at that age.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
But they're experiencing it, and already may view it differently.
Yes, and then most of the connotations they have about love are going to be negative.
Exactly.
Guys, I just didn't understand. They're toxic. No, you need to admit when you've been in a relationship where you were toxic and the other person was also toxic towards you. The relationship
accountability
was based on on a toxic type of relationship. You understand?
It's because
was you guys fighting demons in yourselves and then projecting it onto another person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because guys, we need to teach our kids love. There's that girl that you like. That's another thing. It's because we run away from the fact that they will like someone.
Yes.
From a very young age, I know what's going to get it. Last night that
Why?
So
we're human.
It's
human.
there.
It's
human nature.
It's there.
Exactly. We
understand
it's
now.
Encoded in our DNA.
Exactly.
If I can call it
so
that.
as parents, we need to make sure that we try to shape it that.
Yeah.
We shape it that.
Yes.
There's a girl that act nervously come here. Do you like her? Oh, come on, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She's old. And I'm done again. She's old. But then we are exactly. But then we are
sugar mommy. What?
No,
At his age.
He's not. But then it's the nature of things. We need to direct it. What is love? There's nothing wrong with loving someone, but keep it as friendship.
Yes.
The time will come.
Until you.
One thing, I don't want my son to be heartbroken. It's just of his cat way I'll be heartbroken, but maybe I'll be red.
This is okay.
So basically, all those elements that we discuss are the way to shape a better youth.
Yes.
Even in Ermelo and beyond.
Definitely.
Yeah, it starts also with us as parents. Ngaphandle kokuthi expect the community or
Yes.
Yes. I believe masinenza kanjalo Nati. I hope actually people are listening. It starts with us. Ngoba nathi mas toxic as parents.
Our kids.
The kids
Exactly.
become
Are
worse.
Exactly.
Because they find ways you would see finesse our system and make it better.
Yeah.
And once they take our system, our toxic system, make it better, they become worse.
Better for worse. Like it's
Understand.
better to
Exactly.
be worse.
And
Fana nobugebengu, in a sense.
But liability more than an asset.
True.
Yeah, so
before we blame 2000, we need to look at the 1990s.
Hey.
What did you get? Because you know why
Hey, what a touchy subject.
because you know why
Yeah.
it's a speaking standard. This is how it stands.
yeah.
And then the only thing that happened, it keeps on depreciating.
Now, then it's safe to say, Tina, we failed. Because we were failed.
Yes, true.
You understand?
So it's a generational.
Yeah, no, straight, come on, Ben.
It is.
Our parents failed to give us the proper understanding
But
of
it's-
what relationships, love, education, being successful, passion, all those things.
Yeah.
They failed to give us a proper understanding about that.
Yeah, because
So,
most of us.
Tina realize nini after sasibona labantwana baza after Tina.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, what's actually
This is not on.
because most of us never even grew up in a two-parent household. So
True.
now, you, as a person,
True.
as a man, you don't know what a father is, what having a father is like. You don't
That's
know how
when-
to act. You don't know how to.
That's
conduct
when your
yourself.
Father's Day you post to Mama, it's a happy Father's Day.
Which is wrong. Which is wrong. But there are 2 days that are allocated to both genders. Yeah, but
Wrong.
so as like any gender outshine any.
Yes, and unfortunately, Sibila Escatini is about step parents, which is
In
bad.
nuclear families.
Which is bad.
And blended families.
Yeah. But there are some step parents that molded.
Some
their
of them we need
lives.
to give them props. We need to give them props.
Yeah. But
Some
now-
of them are doing a job that most men don't have the balls to even begin.
But you know what the problem is? The ones that are becoming great step parents, they're actually lacking their own kids.
So it's not it's
that's
not the
hard.
best of both worlds.
No, it's not. I'm
That's
telling you.
hard.
If ufaka ngapha ulekha ngapha.
Exactly. That is
Yeah.
why kahle ube bekhonakala umuntu nomuntu akubuyele kubaby mama wakhe ngoba baby
Wow.
daddy wakhe.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
In this conversation,
okay, cool,
Mamen,
baby.
in this conversation, I'm making it personal. In this conversation, I'm the safer one. Anginangane mama.
You are responsible. Cheers
So
to that.
thank you. And I would not a mistake. No, I don't have it because I'm planning on not having one yet.
That's good.
So kahle ngiyezwa ke umuntu
Bakuplana
nomuntu.
kanjani mfethu?
But
When?
ezinye izinto you plan but God decides. Angisho njalo. No, but I did my best. I did my
definitely.
best. But I hear you. Even the world would become a much more orderly place if wonke umuntu angabuyela kulo muntu anomntwana naye. Yabo?
All I'm saying is it would be much better if
I'm
your
sketching-
heart could only beat for the
No
person you were
guys,
designed for.
no guys, that's not real.
How?
Okay, but then guys, anyway, this all of this thing wouldn't be happening if ekhaya ukhona ubaba oqinile onemthetho. Mostly
No, mama,
ingane
soft. No,
Tina soft is for
Yes, yes.
So ingane zethu mostly it's either they become soft or they become very wild that we can't handle them.
Yeah.
Mostly
There's no in between.
ingane ezi involved mhlawumbe kulama gangsterism or thief or whatever. I'm telling you, akekho ubaba kulelo khaya lelo.
Most of the time.
Exactly.
If ekhona ubaba, it's because now he's one of the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So obaba siyabadinga obaba mina ngihlezi ngisho bafethu ukuthi yazini akhona majazi bafethu le ndaba yenu yokuthola nidedele ingane that you're not gonna give time
Nizwile?
and-
Or take care of.
take care of it's
Yeah.
ruining the youth.
Uzwile mama?
You also part and parcel of
Of the
actually
problem.
being of the problem.
Yes.
Exactly. So it's really bad. So
So
guys,
in a sense, what are you saying? We should look closely at the role we play, at our own suffering.
Yes, self-introspection.
we have a role. The government, those in governments have a bigger role.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that is need.
Yethu inkulu kakhulu.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
no.
and we all have a part to play in actually making a difference. I thought but
never rule it out.
no, I'm definitely I'm not ruling that out because definitely I might be one.
Yeah.
But then there's
And a
bigger.
future councillor and a future president. I'm blessed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're surrounded in a future producer.
Exactly.
Everyone around you.
When we future what? Come on, make us feel big as well. Future what?
Guys, the only thing I know how to do properly is to make food.
Ooh.
Head chef.
Head chef.
Yeah,
Future
yeah.
head chef.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, what I was just trying to say, Wuti, besides being involved politically, there's
Yeah.
also ways to actually do better in our society.
True.
And that's one way that I've also started.
Yeah.
Mina ngine NPO yami that pushes children and youth development, because I feel like the youth needs to be developed so that they become better, they become the better roles that we want
that we
and
thought
we
we
need.
want to be.
Yeah, and we need. So it's not always being as my councillor most of the time,
Yeah.
but opening NPOs, it's honestly for the people.
It's
It's
nothing
not
to do with
seems
you.
like for the people. It
Yeah.
is
It
for the
is,
people.
yeah.
You understand? So then we all need to take part. If we are born now with Facebook, initiation, umuntu qabangile athi I'm doing this, you can do
Take part in it.
Take part in it.
Yeah.
Okay, to be
Yeah.
involved. That's how we grow the city. That's how we grow this town. That's how we try to make the wrongs to try to be the rights.
Yes.
You understand? So I'm hoping at the
Yeah.
end of
Yeah.
this year, I'm hoping, on my birthday, you know, on my birthday, I don't
Yeah.
want to say, I'll put share.
Okay.
On my own share.
Oh.
On my birthday this year, what
Oh.
happened?
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, let me highlight that just sizoqeda on our closing stages ukuthi ngingaze ngithi uMahode umuntu right mina ngivele ngaqabanga ukushare la skisini for that.
Okay, we'll do it after the show. It's fine.
But this year Gugu had planned to take 100 kids to McDonald's.
100.
Was it 100?
It was my age.
Oh, all right. Which we're not
Her
going
age
to
is
disclose.
kids.
Yeah, but there were a lot of kids. No, me age yaki ngane yona, but labantwana babani. And she actually pulled that off, and it actually made it to the high feld. You know.
What?
So it's a good. Yeah, she did. She did.
That's
Very happy to say.
that's the difference that we
Yeah, but-
need to be doing.
Yeah. So there are kids that went to McDonald's for the first time because of her.
For the first time.
They don't know the experience. They don't know the scenery. They don't know
What?
anything. So she managed to pull that off. So kabanga mawuqale manje unecharisha kids at
We understand, at that tender age.
I understand ukuthi mangihappy ngiyazisa ku restaurant if I feel like spoiling myself nge McDonald's. So no, heads big up to that. I mean, I definitely do believe Gucci she's an asset not only to this town but to the country.
To the
as
country
a whole.
as a-
You know,
yeah.
there's a long life that she needs to live. That's why it's inviting Allah, so that a lot of you guys can learn things from her. I know some people will be inspired upon watching the show. So nje asbonga mama.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. Any last words from you?
Last words would be, I'm also hoping and I'm planning to for before the year ends, I
Yeah.
do something again for the kids.
For the kids.
Yes.
For the kids, yes.
Yes.
Maybe I would not know what yini as
At this
yet.
point in time,
Yes,
yeah.
because I'm broke because of my peanut butter.
Good.
But yes, it's all about that. You don't give because you have.
Yeah.
You give because you
Okay.
want to and you are willing
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
You understand? So yes, I'm planning on doing something as well for Yingane, but it just does not. It shouldn't be just about that. That's just one aspect of it. It should be mentoring Yingane.
Yeah.
We a lot of. Oh my God, it's the closing, but I don't want to close. But it's fine.
Yeah, ngiyabona. Time flies.
Quick question Jay, before we close. As it decentralized, how can we assist in helping that become a factuality?
Naphela ngizonifonela, obviously donations, guys, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be monetary. Ngiyathanda manpower is important. Like kube khona abantu who will discipline the
No,
kids.
father figures in the presence of the kids.
Yeah.
No alcohol, please.
Yeah.
But yes, it ain't challenge. So we should not just deal with the roots. We should not just deal with the fruits, but the roots.
The roots itself,
yes. So, masasiki peeling and suspenzele, closing function or whatever. We should always go back and monitor. Are you guys good? Are you guys okay? Is everything going fine? How can we help? Isn't danger? That's what we need. Next year, I'm planning on not opening, but I'll be running also something ezoti, going back to school in England. There's a lot of kids abahleli banometric, abahleleleni. That's if we could go ask, oh, Vilapa apply, let me help you. Khona abantu abavilapha, okay, but bayathakatha abantu. Ukhona umuntu olazy nje.
Uhlezi nama experts.
Okay, go to pass it sharp, but then agazi because we're lazy. But then we need to take part and help those people. Because soon apply is but soon now Wi-Fi at rain.
Yeah. Unlimited.
But uncapped goods.
No.
Yeah, but mostly we just need to be better. Do better, be better, and make our town
So
better.
basically, if you know you can do better, do better.
Do better.
As simple as that.
And so that Ermelo would be better. If we better, it will be better.
Those are the perfect
Aye,
closing off words. I spoke.
There's nothing more after that.
And just in closing, Buti Kamale NPO so that those that are interested in joining, donating,
getting involved.
Yeah.
Okay, current Manje, I'm running it under a movement like it's goodness movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Godwa, it's like Igugu Lesizwe.
Oh.
Not because of my name, but Igugu means something laying
Something precious.
Yes, Lesizwe, literally.
So it's not about me.
Again,
it's
it
not
has nothing to do with you.
It has nothing to do with me because I'm like Nzofa, but Melil Sale Ikubega. Sikubega says Amagugu Amanya Afananam.
Yes. All right, Asbong, Mama. Thank you very much. Simphiwe, any closing words, Mvanagit?
All I can say is, as Ukuku has mentioned, as a youth, we are the future.
Yeah.
And there's also a future, it's land alive.
Yeah.
So guys, let's be better so that they can have a proper example. You understand?
So that the foundation can.
So the foundation can be exactly.
Yeah.
If foundation yaqala yanteng
Ayikho into zolu.
the structure
So-
sonke sizocollapse.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's just a matter of time.
All
So
right.
Nancy, let's be true to us, true to ourselves, true to one another, so that the kids can see and the youth can see, and we can also set examples amongst our peers. No, as in we can.
Yeah.
So therefore, we should.
No, thank you, lady and gentlemen. We've come to the end of our show. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. And I think I'll be self-indulgent. Sibonge futhi ne-camera yethu uSam goes by the name Freezer Smoke. All of this would not be possible without him.
Actually, big up to you, bro.
Big up to Sam. Une YouTube channel now called Freezer Smoke. He's one of the best producers la Ermelo.
Best I know la.
Yeah.
What?
No, he is. He undisputedly so. He is. So man no music, ngifuna uproducerwa. He's your guy.
You'll find the link somewhere in the video.
Yeah. Freezer Smoke. Subscribe on YouTube as well as the channel here Decentralized. That's where we're gonna be dropping our episodes. And yeah, once again, thank you to everyone rather than made this possible. It's the start of many happy shows, many informative shows, many interactive shows as well. So yeah, thank you. Today has been a very historic day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.